The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know: integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva. I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000. But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I'll walk from village to village, sit, spend some time. And small boy, naturally people will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I'll start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know. It was a raw, crude, ground level way. One person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way. One person at a time.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்து ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்புல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்து ஒரே நபர் எங்க ஹாஸ்டல்லே முதல் நபர் அவராக தான் இருப்பார். குளிச்சுட்டு வந்துட்டு தினந்தோறும் பூஜை செய்வாப்புல. பூஜை செய்து விட்டுட்டு யாரெல்லாம் அவர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் கேட்கிறாரோ அவர் திண்ணூறு வச்சு இன்றைய நாள் நன்றாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாருக்கும் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாப்புல.
ஏன் அவர் சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் இருக்கிறாரு. ஆனால் அந்த சிரிப்பினுடைய அர்த்தம் எனக்கு இப்போதான் கரெக்டாக புரியுது. ஏன்னா அது ஒரு தெய்வீக சிரிப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த தெய்வீக சிரிப்பை என்னால் இப்பவும் நல்லா உணர முடியும்.
ரூம்குள்ள வந்துட்டாருன்னா ஒண்ணு சும்மாவே இருக்க மாட்டாரு, புக் எடுத்து படிப்பாரு, இல்ல அந்த சிலைகளுக்கான அலங்காரங்கள் பண்றது இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. இல்லைன்னா எந்நேரம் பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு அந்த மெடிடேஷனோ இல்ல வேற ஒரு பாவநிலையிலயோ ரூம்குள்ளேயே நடந்துட்டு இருப்பாரு. இதுக்காக ஒர்க்கையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஒர்க் டைம் வந்தா அதுல இருந்து இறங்கி உடனே வேலைக்கு போடுவாரு. வேலைக்கு போயிட்டாருன்னா அங்க சிரிச்சு பேசி ஜாலியா இருந்து அதே நேரத்தில் உன்னிப்பா கவனிக்கிறது.
Parivrajaka Yatra happens only when you move out of joy. I tell you, I was moving like a banyan leaf in the breeze. When a leaf falls from the tree, in the breeze how it moves. That's the way I moved in my life. That is why my Parivrajaka, even to remember, is a joy for me. I tell you, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So most smartest strategy is hard work with integrity. That's all. That's the most smartest strategy. I decided, let me sit and start doing, start empowering, start enriching. It's actually, that is the way I remember me even now. When I close my eyes, I don't remember me sitting in a golden throne. When I close my eyes, I only remember the boy, village boy with a stick on his shoulder, a kamandalu. Before Hindus could recognize, I have created a very powerful enlightenment ecosystem. Everywhere, spiritual awakening is happening, enlightenment is happening. People are manifesting enlightenment, manifesting powers, everything. KAILASA is reviving the enlightenment ecosystem. The KAILASA will be the place where almost million power manifestors are living and running. At least 10 million temples and monasteries, which are spiritual embassies of Paramashiva, and reviving this enlightenment, power manifesting civilization. KAILASA is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems. KAILASA is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived. And established in such a way it never gets lost again. There forever serving the humanity. The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know: integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva. I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000. But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I'll walk from village to village, sit, spend some time, and small boy, naturally people will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I'll start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know. It was a raw, crude, ground level way. One person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way. One person at a time.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்துல ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்ல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, we offer our humble obeisance, our humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And we welcome all the viewers across the world, wishing an auspicious Suprabhatam. Good morning to all this morning. For those of you tuning in for the first time to KAILASA's Nithyananda TV, welcome to the official channel of Sri KAILASA, the only and greatest Hindu nation in the world. His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam is the reviver of KAILASA, the ancient enlightened civilization and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness is an avatar from and is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness has made signs of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities for humanity. Sovereign Order of KAILASA, led by His Divine Holiness, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, and Hindu diaspora are working for global peace and to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, with extended campuses in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and the 64 arts, sacred arts, and sciences like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, and Vastu. His Divine Holiness is the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Peetham and present Emperor of Suryavamsha Surangi Samrajyam. His Divine Holiness has survived the worst persecution of many assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. To explore the videos, you can visit KAILASA's Nithyananda YouTube channel. Spread the message of Sri KAILASA. Share this satsang. Let's enrich and enrich. In Hinduism, we recognize the happening of incarnation on planet Earth. Every few thousands of years, the superconscious energy decides to manifest in a physical plane and relate with all of us to give the breakthrough which is needed at the time. This happened with all the physical breakthrough of life, like walking on land for the first time, walking on two legs for the first time, developing language for the first time. Paramashiva manifested on planet Earth in order to lead life at the time to the next evolutionary breakthrough in consciousness. Today, there are millions that recognize Paramashiva has come down to planet Earth once again in the form of His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, whom we fondly call as Swamiji. He manifested this grand Leela of his life for each and every one of us to be a part, to have the superconscious breakthrough. Swamiji has taken this physical form and come down from Kailasa itself. Now that Swamiji is here, we can celebrate his happening on planet Earth and spread the message of Sri Kailasa. We invite all the viewers to share this link with all on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social media platforms as we continue in the satsang introduction and get prepared for Swamiji's satsang. Swamiji beautifully tells us, please understand the only practice which can destroy self-doubting pattern is enriching others. You cannot complete with self-doubt. You need to understand how much ever completion you do, or you even try to do, you will suspect, you will have doubt even in the completion process. How will you clear it? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says beautifully, if somebody is possessed by ghost, you can throw sesame seeds at them and drive the ghost away. But if the ghost enters inside the sesame seed, How will you drive the ghost using the sesame seed? He's sitting inside the sesame seed. So, if you have any incompletion, you can do completion process and complete it. Get rid of it. Get rid of incompletion. But self-doubt is such the doubt in the very completion process itself. So, the incompletion has entered into your completion. Then, how the completion is going to remove the incompletion? I tell you, the one and only way to get rid of the self-doubt is enrich. Enrich others. Enriching is not marketing. Enriching is not converting. Because converting others, the result is external. Marketing is the result is external. For the sake of the result outside, you do marketing or converting. But here, with enriching, the results are inside. Over the last 7 months, Swamiji has been continuously guiding Kailasians through the perilous time which we are living in. The coronavirus pandemic has claimed almost 20 million lives with 700,000 deaths. The economic collapse and global famine which has happened due to the lockdown that nations all over the world have mandated are both affecting billions. An approximate 10 million people all over the world are suffering due to severe hunger. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji has been continuously guiding over 2 billion Hindus all over the world to protect ourselves during this time and to use this time continuously build ourselves and have a superconscious breakthrough. Paramashivoham Level 2 program is another initiative Swamiji has started for the same purpose. Over 5,000 people have attended the 16-day program until today. And we have hearing about the heartfelt sharings of people around the world who have benefited. The Global Akhanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi Jnana Yajna, a worldwide 24/7 initiative of meditation, prayer, and spiritual healing through unclutching. Over 4 million minutes have been recorded in less than 100 days. Just to put in things perspective, 4 million minutes is equivalent to one person sitting for 7.6 years and unclutching continuously without any single break. Swamiji has blessed that the power of joining this global movement is such that if you practice or participate by just sitting for 1 hour every day, along with hundreds of others during this yajna, you will experience the same benefit of 7.6 years of unclutching. Another breakthrough program that Swamiji launched is the Paramashivoham program, a unique program during the 4-month Chaturmasya period to do digital Shastradhyayana, studying the scriptures. Swamiji reveals the divine message from Paramashiva every day at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Tuning in to live satsang every day is a perfect way to spiritually align yourself again and again. If you miss the live satsang, you can always go back and watch on KAILASA's Nithyananda YouTube channel. Let us now understand the divine guidance that Swamiji has been giving for us during this pralaya.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
all over the world, more and more ecosystems getting formed. All these people sincerely, not only they will do, they will click and upload it in the internet. I want all places to start this ecosystem, ecosystem. This is the best thing you will do. Not only you have to do, you should just click the screenshot and put it in the Facebook, and so you encourage others to join in your ecosystem, in your time zone. You guys can consolidate yourself into time zones because it doesn't need to be distance based. It's a Zoom. So it's only time based. Brahma Muhurta of your time zones, Brahma Muhurta. It can evolve as a beautiful, great spiritual support, especially during this pandemic, Pralaya. It is, I will say that it's worthy of $1 million. This ecosystem, what it is contributing to you is $1 million worth. I want all major cities, I want Hyderabad to start this spiritual ecosystem. New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Thiruvannamalai, Vididi, everywhere. Start this ecosystem. Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. Give a wake-up call during the Brahma Muhurtam. Get up, come on Zoom and start yoga. Malaysia, Australia, Seattle, everywhere. All over the world, I think we should run at least 100,000 ecosystem. I'm going to give special gifts for the people who run ecosystem. I think Mauritius also should start this ecosystem. It's too easy. I think San Jose has done the best job. San Jose can teach how to run a ecosystem successfully. KAILASA. It is literally the real work of KAILASA. Helping people, encouraging, psychologically supporting. I tell you, these ecosystems, enlightened ecosystems. I should say that E means digital. Second E for enlightenment. Third E for ecosystem. Triple E. First E, digital, for that E. Second E, enlightenment. Third E, ecosystem. Electronic enlightenment ecosystem. Triple E. And anyhow, all my disciples are all the time only. So, electronic enlightenment ecosystem. KAILASA, KAILASA. I strongly support, recommend making this KAILASAs everywhere. Every city which has KAILASA, which evolves KAILASA, I'll be spending and sending special gifts for you guys. And every Kailasians will receive personally my spiritual support and blessing. I want everyone, every human being should become Kailasian. He should be supported spiritually. Do you know? You get a morning wake-up call, especially from a very loving, sympathetic, caring friend who understands even if you don't wake up, it's okay, what can be done? He will only support you, encourage you. Even if he screams at you, it will be cute. Because for your health, he is pushing you. So understand, getting a wake-up call from that kind of a person and that kind of a friends, and you start not only doing yoga, share your experiences, spend time, chit-chat. Best thing to have in your life is KAILASA, Electronic Enlightenment Ecosystem. I want next 1 week to be dedicated by all my disciples, devotees, to make a beautiful KAILASA all over the world in every time zone, and enroll, enrich as many people as possible. 6E. First E, electronic. Second E, enlightenment. Third E, ecosystem. Electronic enlightenment ecosystem. Then enroll, enrich. 6 E's. Let's reach out, support every person. I tell you, if you are supported by KAILASA, you are receiving the service worthy of $1 million. Especially during this pandemic, pralaya, let's reach out every possible person. Let's reach out everybody. Support, help, have more and more positive, powerful cognition. Actually, each KAILASA can have few acharyas. Book reading, even Nirvikalpa Samadhi sessions, unclutching sessions, sharing with each other, supporting each other with powerful cognitions. So there are many people who can really help you with powerful cognitions. We can make a beautiful Acharya's list and publish for each time zone. I think world may be having some 30-40 time zone. I know only vertical time zones. On this horizontal time zone, I don't know much. Maybe 30-40 time zones. In all 30-40 time zones, we can make KAILASAs, and even locally you can start making your own KAILASAs. We can do it in a very nice way, and I'll absolutely support all of you with everything possible. We can make KAILASAs for each time zone, and then you can make local KAILASAs, your own also. For example, in one time zone, if there are 10 cities, all 10 cities can make their own KAILASAs and then connect it with the time zone. Or you can have one time zone. So it all depends on the place. Let's make as many time zones, as many KAILASAs as possible in every time zone. Because, listen, during this pralaya pandemic, if you are sleeping more than 6 hours, you are in danger of getting destroyed. See, the pralaya enters into you as excessive sleep initially, then you are gone. Do not allow pralaya to enter you and destroy you. Like how the belly fat destroys your life once for all. Sleeping more than 6 hours during this pralaya destroys you once for all. It puts you in wrong pattern. I think this is the best practical solution. KAILASAs. So all e-Kailasas, please send an email, register yourself and get it organized. Get it organized. We will support you centrally with acharyas, all the other supporting material, everything possible. I can even send some special mandalas, yantras and all that. Let's work out all that next. First, let's organize ourselves. 100,000 e-Kailasa, million e-Kailasians is the first level enriching we should do. All stress is your inability to connect your various states of existence and have consistency with it. I tell you, every situation you feel irritated, angry, violated, intruded, just don't react. Be calm and look in. What is making you feel violated? What is making you feel irritated? What is it that is getting into your nervous system? What is it that constantly shakes you? If you see, you will understand it has nothing to do with what is happening externally. It is something triggered internally. I tell you. Getting triggered internally and reacting for it externally and making stupid decisions is called delusion. Delusion is worse than death, because death is only 1 minute happening. Delusion destroys you, which is like a continuous suffering. The decisions you make in delusion is worse than death. Death is actually nothing. It's just changing clothes. But decisions you make during delusion destroys your life. Just understand, your husband, your wife, your house, your kids, your furnitures, your family, your friends, your external world is not at all bad, and they are not responsible for the sufferings you are going through inside, at least till December 14th. See, till December 14th, there is a huge Prabhava energy, delusion energy getting released on this planet. At least till December 14th. Maybe you can make a chart. You can write on your bedroom wall, or write on a paper and stick it on the bedroom wall. Till December 14th, none of my family or friends or external world is responsible for all my suffering. Understand? everything you feel so logical and factually right to accuse others, blame external situations. Everything looks so factually right will suddenly collapse after December 14th, because now the delusion energy is predominant in decision making component of you. Buddhi is deluded extensively, so the idea about I and mine is traveling in a very dangerous territory and terrain, both terrain and territory, both the territory which is not yours and the terrain which is very dangerous. I just want you to know, till December 14th, even if you just eat and sleep whole day, that is okay. Don't make major decisions. If you can, do yoga. The ecosystems, like how in many cities our devotees have formed, everyone wakes up in morning Brahma Muhurta and calls all the people who are in that same time zone and does yoga. I tell you, this kind of groups are literally like direct Paramashiva. Person who calls you in Brahma Muhurta and wakes you up and asks you, come on, let's do yoga. Be very clear. Remember that call is directly from me to you. My dear, come on, get up. It's time. Let's do yoga. Remember, this very voice is only coming to you maybe in somebody else's form. Never miss that. Wake up, do yoga, do puja. If you don't feel like doing, if you don't want to do, all right, don't do anything, but don't make any decision in your life. If you can do the spiritual practices like yoga, unclutching, you will get enlightened. During this pralaya, I can give you one very powerful technique, method. Just decide to go liquid diet. See, when you don't give solid food, your body, when you don't give solid food to your body starts eating itself. Then it throws all kinds of anger, violence, tantrum, everything. It literally tries to make you mad. During that time, sit and do completion. Read my books, Bhagavad Gita, Living Enlightenment. These are the best books. You will master your biochemistry. Means the chemicals of your biology. See, the impact of the chemicals on your biology, if you master that, you will live such ecstatic life. I tell you, if the load of getting irritated, getting violent is taken away from your system, you will start feeling connection with powerful cognitions and higher existence intensely. I tell you, I have seen this work thousands of times, not just in my life, my gurus. See, actually, when people come to my gurus, I have seen how my gurus deal the disciples, devotees. People come with the problems. I have seen my Guru Isaki Swami personally advising and people getting benefit of this Nirahara Samyama. See, Nirahara Samyama is nothing but you becoming Mahabhairava. See, Mahabhairava is described to be a human flesh eater. Naramamsa Bhakshini. That doesn't mean you will kill human beings and eat. No. Your own body eating itself is Naramamsa Bhakshini. Your own flesh is eaten by your own body. When you don't give solid food, you are Mahabhairava, Akasha Bhairava. Sit as Akasha Bhairava. Don't give solid food, only lubricate your system through liquid diet. Give a very healthy liquid diet, very healthy juices, herbs. I'm not saying don't give nutrients. Give nutrients, minerals, everything needed for the body in a liquid form. When you start doing that, body will try to throw tantrum. It will behave like a mad mother-in-law, Indian mother-in-law, mad Indian mother-in-law. It will try to break everything.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Today, we are understanding the core contributions and aspects of Swamiji in the field of yoga. First, let's understand what is yoga. Cosmic geometry consists of logic beyond even what the most intelligent brains on earth have grasped. The ancient rishis and sages in the history of Hinduism have indeed mastered this and delivered it to the world as a practice to maintain the alignment between the universe and us. That is how yoga came to be. It is aligning our body, our mind, and our consciousness to the grandiosity of this universe that we live in. The overwhelming loss of any science is that draws Paramashiva or the divine into a human form, in the form of an avatar. And when it happens, the grand Leela unfolds long before the avatar descended into the human form. For the revival of the science, a few chosen guides are sent ahead of avatars whose DNAs are blessed with the knowledge of science and are chosen to relate with Paramashiva himself as his teacher. From them, he gathers that very DNA and engineers it into his own biomemory himself becoming the perfect combination of physical and metaphysical flexibility and strength to deliver it to the world. His mission, therefore, is cosmically planned, starting even before his birth, including the lives of millions of people. They are born with the only purpose of being a part of his grand Leela, sent before and after his arrival. They scatter all over the world to take part in the grand revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, with many of us yet to realize the true purpose of our birth. It is very well possible that we are the chosen ones. Each and every one of us listen to this today and now. We likely took birth to be a part of this grand Avatar Leela. From the age of 3 until 15, Swamiji was intensely trained in yoga for his body to be able to intensely transmit the experience of Paramashivatva to millions across the globe. Let us understand Swamiji's feeling connection to his gurus. The amount of gratitude Swamiji has for his gurus is absolutely immense. Swamiji even says that he can give up anything, money, name and fame, anything in this world, but never his feeling connection with his gurus. Swamiji says, if somebody asks me that the best thing, what happened in my life, and if they ask me as a gift, I will give this only to them. Simple integrity and simple obedience to Guru. Yogi Yogananda Puri never wanted Swamiji to call him as Guru. He told Swamiji, never ever call I'm your Guru. I only recognized you and supported you. That's the reason. It is my pride to be in your mission. You are having me as your part. The powerful cognition about the body and mind were installed into Swamiji by Raghupati Yogi. Raghupati Yogi, also known as Yogi Yogananda Puri, lead the life of magnificent yogi in the 21st century. He was born in the outskirts of Tiruvannamalai in a small village. He represented the Natha Sampradaya, an ancient lineage of yogis formed by Gorakhnath, who were all authentically expressing all yogic powers. He was trained in yoga from a very young age. A few years back, the biography team went to meet the family of Yogananda Puri and collected their remembrance of Swamiji and Yogi. They were so eager to record their story. In this interview, Bhupati Aya realizes how much he missed when his father was alive and Swamiji was frequenting his house. Bhupati remembers that his father Raghupati Yogi would always give something special to Swamiji and teach him specially. He remembers asking his father, why do you give only him special things? The others are also doing yoga, right? He would reply, you don't know about him now. He is a great Mahan. You would know. You should know that by seeing the boy's involvement. I won't tell anything by myself. You will understand later. He will become a great person. As he remembers those days now, Bhupati even realizes that he missed Swamiji when he was younger. He says, I missed realizing that the time that there is such a Swami, a world's famous divine person who has happened as an avatar. But I realize now, our Nithyananda Swami is a truly great seer. I regret a lot. I regret a lot I regret a lot now that I missed him during his childhood days. I don't know how to say it. When I look back and remember how harshly I had spoken to him at that time, my eyes become moist. Later, I was working in Tirupatur in a school. At that time, my friend visited the Vidhi ashram. He saw my father's photo and Nithyananda Swamiji's photo. My friend told me about it and asked how we knew him. I replied, he used to come and learn yoga from my father. He is now a great seer. My friend asked me, how come you are speaking in such a casual way? Only when my friend asked me that question, it stuck to my thick head. Till then, it never hit me. He asked, how come you are talking so carelessly? He is such a great seer. You are talking about him, such a great seer, so carelessly. Saw your father photo there and I was stunned. I have learned yoga and meditation from that ashram, and with so much of devotion I have returned. I thought to myself, today some third person is talking about my father and about Swami who learned from my father. But I did not realize it at that time. What a big mistake I have done in my life. I felt it was truly a great loss for me. But in my heart of hearts, I pray to him, Swami, you have come to my home as a small child. We have moved around with each other. I did not realize you at that time, but now I realize you. It is your grace. It is enough if your eyes and your remembrance can fall on me. That is enough. My mother should be well. That is what I pray to Swami now. We can now watch that interview for ourselves.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
என் பேர் பிரேமாவதி. அவர் பர்மாவிலேருந்து வந்தார். வந்து இங்கே வேலூரில் கல்யாணம் ஆச்சு. பேங்க்கில் இருந்தார். அப்புறம் அங்கங்கே மாற்றிட்டே வந்தோம். திருவண்ணாமலை வந்து சேர்ந்தோம் நாங்கள். தம்பி வருவார், சாமி வருவார் வீட்டுக்கு டெய்லி. ஒரு 2 மணி நேரம் உட்காந்துட்டு இருப்பார். உட்காந்துட்டு எழுதி இவர் கூட போயிடுவார். பாட்டுக்கு அவர் போயிடுவார், இவர் பாட்டுக்கு இவர் வந்துடுவார். கோவிலில் போய் செய்வார். அப்புறம் அவங்க டெய்லி பண்ணிகிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. டெய்லி வருவார் சாமி. ஒன்று கூட சாப்பிட மாட்டார், கொடுத்தா கூட சாப்பிட மாட்டார்.
நமஸ்காரம். நான் திரு ரகுபதி யோகிராஜ் பி ரகுபதி அவர்களின் மகனாகிய பூபதி பேசுகிறேன். எனது தாயார் இப்பொழுது உரையாற்றினார். நமது நித்யானந்த சுவாமிகள் அவர்களை பற்றி நிறைய இருக்கிறது சொல்வதற்கு. நான் சிறு வயதில் இருந்த பொழுது என் தந்தையாருடன் இருந்த நிகழ்வுகள் எல்லாம் எனக்கு இப்பொழுது ஞாபகத்தில் இருக்கிறது. அதை உங்களுடன் பகிர்ந்து கொள்கிறேன். என் தந்தையார் இருக்கும் பொழுது அவர் கிருத்திகா மண்டபம்னு 1000 கால் மண்டபத்தில் பக்கத்தில் உள்ள கிருத்திகா மண்டபம்னு கோவில் இருக்குது. அந்த மண்டபத்தில் போயிட்டு யோகா நடத்துவார். யோகா சொல்லி கொடுக்கும்போது நம்ம நித்யானந்த சுவாமிகள் அப்பொழுது சிறு வயது சிறுவன். அவர் வீட்டுக்கு வருவார். அம்மாவிடம் கேட்பார், குருஜி இருக்கிறாரா அப்படின்ட்டு. அம்மா என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, அப்பா தூங்கிட்டு இருக்காருப்பா அப்படின்வார். அவர் நேராக போவார். அப்பா பக்கத்தில் போய் தலைமாட்டில் உட்காந்துட்டு எப்போ முழிக்கிறாரோ அது வரைக்கும் அவர் பாட்டுக்கு உட்காந்துட்டு இருப்பார். அப்புறம் அப்பா கண்ணு விழித்த உடனே 2 பேரும் எழுந்திரிச்சு அப்பா ஸ்நானம் செஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அவரை கூட்டிக்கிட்டு யோகா கிளாஸுக்கு போவாங்க. அப்போ அப்பா சொல்லுவார், டேய் இதோ வந்திருக்கிறார் தம்பி, இந்த தம்பியை பாரு, இந்த தம்பி பின்னால எவ்வளோ பெரிய மகானாக போகிறாரு, உலகம் அறியற அளவுக்கு போவாரா, உலகத்தையே காக்கக்கூடியவராகவும் செய்வார், அவருக்கு அவ்வளோ ஞானம் இருக்குடா அப்படின்ட்டு அவர் அப்போ சொன்னார். இப்போ உனக்கு தெரியாது, நீ பின்னாடி நான் இறந்த பிறகு, என்னுடைய மறைவுக்கு பிறகுதான் உனக்கு எல்லாமே தெரியும் அப்படின்னு அப்பா சொல்லுவார். அப்பொழுது எனக்கு அவ்வளவாக தெளிவு இல்லை. இப்பொழுது நான் அதை உணர்கிறேன். ஒரு தோல் இருக்கும், அந்த மான் தோல். அந்த மான் தோலில் நடுராத்திரியில் அப்பா தியானம் பண்ணுவார். கண்ணை மூடிட்டு தியானம் பண்ணுவார். சில நேரத்தில் அந்த மானுத்தோலுக்கு மேலேயே கொஞ்சம் எழும்பி உட்காந்து தியானம் பண்ணுவார் அப்பா. அப்படி பண்ணும்போது நான் பார்த்துருக்குறேன். அந்த கண் கூட பார்த்ததில் ஒரே ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சி, ஒரு நாள் இரவு நான் படுத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறேன், பக்கத்து அறை, அந்த அறையில் அப்பா தியானம் பண்ணின்னு இருக்கிறார். திடீர்னு கண் விழிப்பு வந்தது. கண் விழிப்பு வந்தால் சின்ன லேம்ப்பு எங்கள் வீட்டில், அதாவது நைட் லேம்ப்பு. அந்த நைட் லேம்ப்பு சின்னதை வச்சுருப்போம். அந்த லேம்ப் ஒளி தான் இருக்குது, வேறு எந்த ஒளியும் இல்லை. அந்த ஒளி என்ன ஹால் ஃபுல்லாக பரவி இருக்கும். அப்போது அப்பாவை நான் பார்க்குறேன். அப்பா வந்து தரையிலேருந்து ஒரு அரை அடி ஸ்கேல் இருக்கும் இல்லைங்களா, அந்த அளவுக்கு உயரத்தில் நின்றுக்கிட்டு உட்காந்துட்டு தியானம் பண்ணுறார். நான் ரொம்ப பயந்துட்டேன். ஐயோ அப்பாவா இப்படி பண்ணுறாரு, ஐயோ நம்ம எப்படி, ஒரு மாதிரி ஷிவரிங் ஆகிடுது. சரின்னு பயத்துலேயே அம்மா கிட்ட போய் ஒதுங்கிட்டு கம்முன்னு படுத்துட்டேன். நான் திருப்பத்தூரில் ஒரு ஸ்கூலில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். அப்போ என் ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்து விடுதி, பெங்களூரில் இருக்கிறவங்க விடுதி, அந்த விடுதி ஆசிரமத்தில் அவர் இருந்திருக்கார். அவர் இருக்கும்போது என் ஃப்ரெண்டு போயிருக்கிறார். அந்த விடுதி ஆசிரமத்தில் என் தந்தையுடைய ஃபோட்டோ, நித்யானந்த சுவாமிகள் இவங்களெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு வந்து என்கிட்ட வந்து பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தார். எனக்கெல்லாம் தெரியும், நித்யானந்த சுவாமிகள் தானே, எல்லாம் நல்லா தெரியும் எனக்கு. என்ன எப்படி தெரியும்னு, இல்லை அவர் எங்கள் அப்பா கிட்ட குருவா, என் தந்தையாரிடம் இந்த அப்பா கிட்ட வீட்டுக்கு வந்து யோகாலாம் கற்றுக்கிட்டு போனவர் தான், இப்போ பெரிய மகானாக இருக்கிறாரு அப்படின்னோடனே, நீ இவ்வளோ அசால்ட்டாக பேசுகிற, அவர் சொல்கிறார். என் ஃப்ரெண்டுக்கு அப்போ தான் உரைக்குது எனக்கு மனசுக்கு, அது வரைக்கும் எனக்கு உரைக்கலை. என்ன இவ்வளோ கேர்லெஸ்ஸாக பேசுகிற, அவர் எவ்வளோ பெரிய மகானாகி வந்திருக்கிறாரு, அந்த மகானை போய் நீ இவ்வளோ கேர்லெஸ்ஸாக பேசுகிற. உங்கள் அப்பா ஃபோட்டோவை பார்த்துட்டு ரொம்ப ஸ்டன் ஆகிட்டு, ஐயோ 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 ஐயோ, காண கிடைக்காத அரிய காட்சியாக இருக்குதே, அந்த தேவ புருஷனாக இருக்கிறாருன்னு சொல்லிட்டு, நான் எவ்வளோ பக்தியாக அவர்கிட்ட யோகா கற்றுக்கணும், தியானம் எல்லாம் கற்றுக்கிட்டு வந்திருக்கேன் அந்த மடத்தில் போய், நீ இவ்வளோ அசால்ட்டாக பேசுகிறியே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொன்னார். அப்போ தான் எனக்கு மனசில் உரைக்க ஆரம்பிச்சது திருப்பத்தூரில். அடடா, நாம் இது நாள் வரைக்கும் யாரோ வந்து நம்ம அப்பாவையும், நம்ம அப்பா கிட்ட படித்த சிஷ்யர் சுவாமிகள் அவர் சொல்லணும், அவரெல்லாம் யாரோ வந்து நம்ம சொல்லணும், ஆனால் நான் உணராமல் விட்டுட்டனே, ஐயோ எவ்வளோ பெரிய தப்பு பண்ணிட்டனே, என் வாழ்க்கையில் நான் பெரிய தவறு செய்துட்டேன், உண்மையிலே அது பெரிய இழப்பு தான் எனக்கு அப்படின்னு. ஆனால் மனசுக்குள்ளே நான் அவரை தியானம் பண்ணிக்குவேன். சுவாமி, நீங்கள் சிறு குழந்தையாக இருக்கும்போது நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு வந்திருக்கிறீங்க, நம்மெல்லாம் எப்படி பழகிருக்கிறோம், போயிருக்கிறோம். ஆனால் அப்போ நான் உங்களை உணரலை, ஆனால் இப்போ நான் உணரேன் சுவாமி. உங்களுடைய அருள், உங்களுடைய பார்வை என் மீது பட்டா போதும், நான் உங்ககிட்ட வரணும்னு கூட இல்லை. என்னுடைய எண்ணமானது உங்ககிட்ட கொண்டு வந்து உங்களுடைய ஞாபகம் என் மீது பட்டா அதுவே போதும். என் தாயார் சுகமாக இருக்கணும், இதை தான் நான் வேண்டிக்குவேன் சுவாமி கிட்ட கூட. இப்போதைக்கு நான் இப்போ ரொம்ப வருந்துறேன். எனக்கு அது எப்படி சொல்லுவதுன்னு எனக்கு தெரியலை. நினச்சா கண் கலங்குது.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
First teacher, even though he himself is not an enlightened person, he happened in my life for a purpose. I can say my whole physical strength I vow to him. My body is able to be alive and hold the enlightenment. See, enlightenment is like a bringing some 3-4 elephants into this small hut. What will happen to this hut? Like that only enlightenment. But still my body is alive, active and talking to you means that single soul, Raghupati Yogi, is responsible. I remember him really with great respect and gratitude, because at the age of 3, he chose me. I neither know about yoga, nothing. He chose me. Actually, he used to stay in the same street where my house was there, where I was born and brought up. In the same street, he used to stay. So, he was a close friend of my father and grandmother and everybody, the whole family. He was born and brought up in Burma. In that time, Burma was not separate place. Burma was almost like India. And he stayed with the Tibetan Lamas also for quite a long time and learned this yoga and all those things with them. He himself is an adept, master in yoga. I can say few things about him as an introduction. Of course, if you read the biography, you would have read. He can fly on the air. I myself have seen. He can just lift himself on the air. And not only that, like a fun, he will make us go under him. Small boys, we used to just run under him. See whether anything else is there. He will just lift himself. Like a small boys run under something, under the cart. Like that we used to run under him. He can lift himself. And not only that, he will empty his lungs and tie a iron rope, iron wire, and he will just inhale. The iron wire will burst to pieces. It will burst to pieces. The power of his lungs or the inhaling, the iron wire will burst to pieces. He will exhale in a relaxed way. He will tie that iron wire. Just he will inhale, that's all. The wire will burst to pieces. And whenever he finds some snakes here and there, he will catch them and put them in the nose. They will go inside and come out through mouth. He will do all sorts of game. He's an adept in yoga. Adept in yoga. And not only that, when he eats something, after eating, he will just do something he will just snap, and simply in 2-3 seconds, the whole food, actually he will just take the intestine out and clean it. I don't know how he is doing and all those things. If disciples, actually some disciples, if they bring food and force him to eat, he never usually eats. If they force him to eat, he will eat in front of them just to console them out of compassion. The moment they go away, he will do something 2-3 seconds near the mouth, and just the whole intestine he will bring it out and wash it clearly with water and put it back. Impossible to comprehend all these things. He's an adept in Ashtanga Yoga and a master, I can say maybe the Parashakti has sent him to prepare my body or to prepare the body to hold the enlightenment. From the age of 3, actually, he will come to the house, he will stand below and shout. He is the first person who started calling me Samyar, means Swami. Because of him, everybody has started calling me Swami. Around the age of 3, I don't know what he meant by calling me Swami, or what he understood, or what, we don't know. He used to call me Swami. In Tamil, Samyar Paya means, I can't translate, it's a very slang way of addressing a small boy. I'll come down, he will take me to the main temple, the Arunachala temple, make me do that all sorts of yoga practices 3-4 hours, and finally take me to a nearby hotel and get me coffee and food. Actually, that is the only reason I used to go to to tell you honestly. After that, he will take me to the hotel. Nothing else matters. And he's a nice, very nice person. You can relate with him so well, and very loving person. Very loving. All sorts of magic he will do. Bringing chocolate, anything. And if I say that I will not come, no, today I am not coming, then he will say, I'll give you chocolate. Or something he will tell, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. And moreover, only in the initial level, something like 6 months only, I will not come on all those drama. After seeing his materializing power and all, naturally the love and respect started growing. Love and respect started growing. The relationship became little intimate. Maybe around the age of 5, he materialized the conch. Still it is in our ashram. He materialized the conch. The full conch he materialized and gave me. That was the time I asked him for the initiation. That was the first time I asked him for initiation.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The mission of the advent of His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam is to revive the ancient enlightened civilization and to give the superconscious breakthrough to humanity, which is physically demonstrable through various power manifestation, scientifically measurable, and stands the scrutiny of rational logic in hundreds and thousands of human beings around the globe. To accomplish this mission, the happening of the avatar on earth was continuously constructed to provide the right ambience for the Leela to unfold. Please pause here. At a very young age, Swamiji has introduced to manifesting powers when he spent time with Raghupati Yogi. Swamiji was taught the deepest secrets of yogic sciences and power manifestation. As Raghupati Yogi trained him through rigorous practices of yoga, he demonstrated the possibilities of yogic sciences. Swamiji says, my Guru Raghupati Yogi is extraordinary. He is totally a body of miracles. He is just a bunch of miracles. Anything he does will be a miracle. He will just sip the cold water through the nose and spit the water through his mouth, and it will be boiling hot. I was seeing the kind of a play he will do, and he will sip the hot coffee through the mouth and just start releasing that through the nose. By the time it reaches the ground, it will become as ice, an ice cube. He can play anything with his body. He can make his body into a hot boiler or freezer. I have even seen with my own eyes. He cooks just by touching the pot. In the mud pot, he will put water, rice, and just touch it. In 2 minutes, rice is ready. The kind of heat he will generate through his body or the cold he can generate through his body was outstanding. Early morning, when he wakes Swamiji up, take him to the temple to teach yoga during Margi month. The water will be very cold. He will just point at the area where Swamiji is taking bath. That area will be warm, sometimes even hot water. In the temple tank, he will put his finger and say, come on, take bath. It will be warm water, or make a conscious decision to be in the space of deep listening with the simple integrity with Swamiji that we are here, open and available to receive the revelations of Paramashiva. Let us chant the Mahavakya initiated by Swamiji. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Om Nithyananda
many Westerners can't understand when I say sometimes in my satsangs and programs, till I left the house, I used to always sleep Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Tanidar Kotaris, Sarvanyapeta Kartas, Yajamans, Manifestors, Sarvabarityahis, Kailasas, Ministers, Ambassadors, Diplomats, E-Diplomats, Citizens, Consulate Generals, and supporters. Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, and Astreshwaras, Paramashiva Ganas, 11 participants. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. 36 principles of my own manifestation, learning by which you will intensely manifest multiple powers for which you are hardwired and glorify your existence as Paramashiva. Manifest your Paramashivatva and reach Paramashiva Gadi. I'll expand now. 36 principles. Yesterday when I was explaining about the time-space continuum, I introduced briefly these 36 principles. The most beautiful thing about Hinduism is everything is explained only to make you enlightened. Moksha-centric knowledge. Moksha-centric knowledge. All my kids, listen. This is specially for Gurukul kids. Listen. Do not learn anything which is not directly making you manifest powers and moksha. See, Paramashiva manifesting through your body is Paramashivatva. You merging into him is Paramashiva Gadi. Either you should be manifesting Paramashivatva or you should be merging in Paramashiva Gadi. To all my kids, I want to tell this. Do not learn anything which is not moksha centric. Paramashivatva or Paramashiva Gadi centric. And I tell you one small incident. My Guru, Yogananda Puri, he used to tell me, don't eat in the night time. Once sun sets, don't eat. And after sunset, if you feel the hunger, it is false hunger. In Tamil, he will tell very cutely, hey, வயிறு பொய் சொல்லுமடா, அதுக்கெல்லாம் சோறு போடப்படாது. துணியை தண்ணியில பிசக்கி போட்டு படுத்துக்கணும். ஈரத்துணி ஈரக்குலை மேல போட்டு தூங்கிடணும். I'll translate in English. My Guru used to tell, after sunset, if your stomach says you are feeling hungry, the hunger signal, he says it's a false hunger. Don't give food. Take a wet cloth, cold wet cloth, cloth dipped in cold water, put it on your stomach. It should touch your liver. That whole area should be covered. And sleep off. In Indian villages, it is always used as a definition of poverty. I don't even have the money for food. So we used to put the wet cloth on our stomach and sleep. Hey, it is not symbol of poverty anymore. It's a symbol of richness now. Third rate, poor, lower middle class people live like a pig eating 3 times. Rich royal kings eat once in a month. Stop eating after sunset. Don't associate food and richness. After sunset, if you are feeling hungry, your stomach is lying to you. It is false hunger. Just put a wet cloth on your stomach, covering up to liver area, and sleep. Only first few days you may struggle a little bit. But do this for health. Actually, one person asked my Guru, I saw this very conversation. He asked my Guru, will I not get gastric problem if I don't eat when I am feeling hungry? He said, gastric problem won't kill you. But if you eat after sunset, you will get liver problem and die. I tell you, after sunset, your body has enough fire, fuel, only to burn what is already consumed. See, in digestive fires, there are 3-level digestive fires. Jataragni has 3 form of existence. So understand, after sunset, your Jataragni is alive only to burn what is already taken into the body. It does not have the energy needed to receive more load. All great enlightenment centric lifestyle jatis among the Brahmanas, the Agnihotri, the highest Brahmanas, and Bharatvaja Gotri, the most pure flying Brahmanas. Understand? The Bharatvaja Gotra Brahmanas used to fly. Bharatvaja is the rishi who wrote the whole science of flying, and Bharatvaja Gotra Brahmanas had the DNA. They used to move from place to place, Akasa Marga. Our Hindu way of flying was collective, means like a group. As a whole group, you can get into a flight and fly. That kind of flying machines were also available. As an individual, you can just fly, having a small attachment to your body, like a wing. Hindus had both technology. Individually, you can fly, and you can go with a group or a team. Both mechanism we had. Bharatvaja Gotri, Gotra Brahmanas used to have this flying signs as their regular lifestyle. All these, the highest level among the Saiva Velalar, Adisaiva Velalargal, Adisaiva Velalar, and among the Jains, the top cream All these communities don't eat after sunset. They don't eat after sunset. Not eating after sunset is one of the most intelligence kindling technique. Hey, listen to what I am saying. Every day, night, it's not that you fall into the same dream state or deep sleep state. Depending on the chemistry of your body that day, the state in which you are going to settle down will be decided. If there is so much of food toxins in your body, naturally you will fall into the shit state. If you have done nirahara samyama, you will understand. Even your sleep will be so beautiful. It will be just a beautiful romantic light space. Why you like romance so much? It makes you light. It gives you a Chakrat Sushupti state experience. The lightness of Sushupti and alive feeling of Chakrat. If you stop eating after sunset, your body goes through a beautiful detox process and self cleansing. I guarantee within 11 days, your whole sleep, dream, the whole night, that state will become beautiful romance kind of a space. do this 2, 3 things. Stop eating after sunset. From morning till night, whatever you do it to your Atmalinga. You will simply see in the night, you are just cuddling Paramashiva and sleeping. You are just sleeping in the lap of Paramashiva. You will be in that space. You are sleeping in the lap of Paramashiva. Listen. Less food or no food in the stomach during night keeps your whole state of consciousness pure. Actually, half an hour of Turiya state are the sweet romance space rejuvenates your body and mind more than 10 hours of sleep and dream state. The quantity of your sleep will drastically reduce. The time you are rolling on the bed will drastically reduce. And the quality of your restful, rejuvenated feeling will drastically increase. Understand? My whole life is focused on raising the quality of your consciousness. Last 26 years, after my gurus ordained me, gave me the pita, the inheritance, the only work I on is raising the quality of your existence. Listen. Keep the stomach empty in the night time. You can have cold, wet cloth on the stomach, covering up to the liver area. Even the ice bag is great to have. The ice pack or ice bag is great to have. It will lead to raise the quality of your conscious. Very natural, smooth way. Your whole sleep time will be converted into meditation time and Turiya state. Understand? The stomach filled with undigested food, shit, heat, like an industry. If it is running, it will ruin your rest, rejuvenation. If it is clean, pure fire, the Jataragni is not loaded, very pure, beautiful, like a lamp in the Garbha Mandir of a temple. The whole fire will reach the crown center. You will reach Turiya and Turiya Tita, highest conscious existence. I guarantee anyone who doesn't eat after sunset lives healthy, rich, long life. Because wealth is nothing but smart strategy to be useful to others and make the world useful to you. That all is well. That develops in your system. Even if you enjoy Turiya Turiyatita, Adishaiva Velalar, Jain. In Jain community, there is a community, very top cream of the Jain society, which practices the Salekana and no eating after sunset. All these community, if you see, they don't eat after sunset. My grandmother used to say, only ghosts will eat after sunset. ராத்திரில பேய் தாண்டா திங்கும், ராத்திரில தின்னா பேய் ஆயிடுவோம்டா. Only ghosts will eat after sunset, and if you eat after sunset, you will become ghost. Don't.